You're watching Ride Like a Local with Belt Drive Betty. On the Alberta-Saskatchewan border is a welcoming city that was recently crowned as Canada's most rider-friendly community of 2017, Lloydminster. From rider-friendly businesses to great events, Lloydminster, Canada's most rider-friendly community. Come experience it. We're in Sicamous, British Columbia, for the 29th edition of the Summer Stomp. I'm being joined by co-organizer Steve Hammer. Steve, 29 years. Oh my God.
Well, I haven't been involved for 29 years. It's I got involved in 94 and then got heavily involved in 98. So I'm really just a rookie still. So, but yeah, we're here in Sicamous. It's an awesome show. It's a little late last night, but tonight it looks like there's lots of people. We had just shy of 100 on our poker run this year, so that's not bad.
Yeah.
14 bands. We're having some fun.
Yeah, and one of those 14 bands is Darby Mills, and since she left the Headpin, she's just been performing all across the country here. I'm looking forward to hearing her tonight. Why did you decide that the Darby Mills Project was the right band for this particular event?
Well, bikers like women, so we
really?
And they took the wet T-shirt contest away, so we decided we'd have Women of Rock come in. So. No, Darby, she's always been a family member, one of the co-organizers, Wade, it's his aunt, yeah. So that was an in for us. And her voice is still so powerful, you can't say no to her.
Darby has one of those voices that can rock out the whole valley, and it's going to be interesting tonight to see what happens. And Wade, the MC, if you don't know who Wade is, he's the guy that walks around with the microphone talking through all the bike games. He's an amazing human being. You've got a really good team of people helping you. Let's talk a bit about them.
So yeah, there's lots of members have come and gone. The original 6 are all gone except Mr. Hallett, Crowden, 74 years of age, I think, is back here to do the fire tonight. It used to be his whole thing for 20 odd years. He retired, and we pulled him out of retirement because we have a fire tonight, and he's coming back to join us to do the fire. We also have Mike Smith on the grounds. Him and his darling are here, and it actually started with just a birthday party for him. Yeah. That was how it started in '89. So, and then to go through the list is just there's just too many to mention. So.
Yeah, and you have a ton of sponsors too. Everybody from Joe Schmucks and the Anchor Inn to Brothers Pub, the Burner. Like, you've got sponsors out the keister here. Let's talk about them.
So yeah, we've our big sponsors, and you can see behind me the Twin Anchors. They used to pull 2 houseboats out of the water for us, and now they pull 1 houseboat, and they give us some wet sleepers, they're called, for our green rooms. The bands get treated so amazing backstage, and it's all because of TA Structures and Twin Anchors. And then we've Warner Rentals, everything that powers this place up. We find at the end of the day we get a very small bill. Sometimes it's because they had to rent a generator from somebody else. So that just helps out so much. And then, like you said, the pubs and we've got After Dark Distillery, a new company in town. They're on the houseboat every night showing what they produce. And I think they've got a cherry maple whiskey they're showcasing tonight. So, yeah, it's all good. And, that's probably the major sponsors.
So in 29 years, how much money and how much help do you think the Summer Stomp has given to this entire Shuswap Valley over, like I said, 29 years? You guys have been raising money, helping kids, helping your community. How much do you think it's been?
Well, direct donations and cash donations out to organizations, Hospice Legion, the kids clubs, women's shelter, food banks, etc., has been well over $250,000 in direct cash donations. The economic impact, as you know, when we ride, we don't shop at Costco and load our trailers up. We throw a bedroll on the back, or we find a hotel and we stay in it. And we usually eat in most every restaurant. Yeah. We get gas along the way, and these tongues are sticking out at me as they're walking by. You gotta love people. And so the economic benefits to the community, it's somewhere between Sicamous $1.5 to $2 million annually. Yeah. We bring in here. The event has grown a little bit. It was smaller, it was bigger, and then it's surrounding around 1,500 people, probably 5,000 through the weekend. So if you do the math, it's probably well over $50–70 million that have brought in, just because people like to ride on two wheels and have some fun.
Well, there's that, and then there's also that whole camaraderie thing, right? It's one thing to get on your motorcycle and ride on two wheels. It's completely another thing to have a destination to come to where you can party, and you know that you're going to be with all kinds of people of like mind. So you get 1,500 people together, and who has more fun than bikers? I don't know anybody.
Well, I don't have anything to say to that. Oh, there is none. We all have a good time. We do a lot of work, and at the end of the day, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing, and that's why we've been doing it for 29 years, coming up 30.
Now, I heard a little rumor that this is the last really big year for production, and that you're going to be scaling things down a little bit for the 30th and just changing up how you do things. Let's talk a little bit about what rally goers will see next year, because this show won't air until probably December.
All right, so yeah, I said I was going to retire after 30 years. This is 29. We built this pretty big show for Sicamous. Sicamous Bike Days, maybe Sicamous Bike Week now. We don't know what the name will be, but it's going to be Bike Days or Bike Week. And if you come to the Stomp next year, you're going to see a big bonfire. You are, of course, going to see bands until sunup. And you may see a motorcycle drop out of the air, like the old school days when it used to be fun to drop Hondas and Yamahas and Kawasaki's. So it'll be a little edgy, maybe not quite politically correct party, but it's going to be a campground, and just like the old, how it started as a backyard burner and named the Stomp, and we're going to take it back to the Stomp campground. And Sicamous Bike Days will happen downtown, and they're talking about some pretty big names, possibly Colin James, Aerosmith. I doubt that's going to happen, but they're talking a pretty big show downtown as ticket priced, and Main Street event will be free, family day. Then a couple big name bands, and then come out to the Stomp campground to end the night off.
You know, there seems to be a theme happening with all of these rallies I've been to. Old school. Everybody wants to go back to around a campfire, laid back, relaxed, and mellow. Not so much work.
Exactly. I mean, you know, it was fun, get 14 bands and all those things, but we can do a party around a campfire in our sleep and have 5 bands over 2 or 3 days. So, yeah, and oh, by the way, we have a fire tonight. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, Howard's come out of retirement to build a fire, and I don't know if you've seen a Howard Hallett fire.
Oh, yes.
But if you remember, you're in for a treat.
Oh yes, folks, we're definitely going to have to catch some video footage of that tonight. Steve, thank you for all you've done for Sicamous, for the Summer Stomp, and for the entire Shuswap Valley. I think everybody that's ever been to a Stomp knows that you're the dude.
Well, Renee, thanks very much for that. And thanks for all you do for the biker community. Without people like you, you know what would be happening to us.
True enough. I thank you very much, and when we come back, more Sicamous Summer Stomp. In the heart of the Canadian Badlands is Drumheller, runner-up community in Canada's most rider-friendly community contest 2017. We invite you to come experience the hospitality, drink in the views of one of Canada's most unique and haunting landscapes, Drumheller, Alberta.